Hey guys, so do update for the Witchhunter ammo build. So I just hit maps, level 68. You can see I ran a few maps and it was pretty good. Damage wise, actually very solid. Considering I'm still using my leveling weapon from like Act 3, which is kind of insane. And my stats are terrible. Like, you might as well not even be wearing any armor at this point. Okay, so first of all, some pretty insane, unique item that you guys can use for the build. So there is this pair of gloves called Kitoko's Current. And what these gloves allow you to do is you see the line at the very bottom, lightning damage from hits contributes to electrocution buildup. Electrocution is basically just kind of like a stun. The monsters get stunned, they can't do anything. So what this allows you to do is with your galvanic shards while you're mapping, pretty much every single monster is going to get stunned. I ran a map and I actually was trying out this rage stuff here. So I was looking to see how much rage I was getting. And in that entire map, I only got hit like 4 times. And pretty much like all the maps I've ran, I'm only getting hit like maybe 4 to 10 times in the entire map because everything is just stunned. It's amazing. These gloves right now, they're pretty cheap, but I expect the price to kind of go up on these maybe because it's just really busted, right? It's so easy to apply electrocute, at least to these mobs, even rares. Maybe like 3 shots from my, the high velocity rounds, 2 to 3 shots is enough to electrocute these rares. And I don't really even have that much invested. I guess also because we are doing a lot of lightning damage, right? So I'm pretty much just stunning everything. Well, we'll see. I'll run a map with you guys and you can see live what it looks like. But let's go over the build, what we've changed. So now that the trade site is up, we've got the gloves. Another nice item to get is this Black Heart Iron Ring. What this ring allows you to do is basically it just gives you Intimidate, and Intimidate is basically, you know, enemies take 10% increased damage and deal 10% reduced damage. So pretty nice for defense and offense, although has no other stats. So it is, I'm not really sure if I'll use this all the way, you know, to in end game, but while leveling, if they are cheap, you might as well just buy one. If it's like 1 Exalt, it'll definitely help you out. All right, so there is another item that is pretty good for leveling. So if you could find one of these, the Thrill Steel, this helmet gives you Onslaught. So it's 20% skill speed and 10% movement speed. So that's pretty nice. It doesn't really have any other stats, but as a leveling helmet, this is pretty insane. It's going to make you move faster and attack faster. And so like I was using this pretty much just like this the whole time throughout the whole campaign. I was like minus 20 fire res for the longest time. So, you know, in the campaign, you probably don't even really need resistances, right? You just need damage and speed, I think. So it's pretty nice helmet. Okay, aside from that, the gear hasn't really changed, guys. Pretty much just using everything. See my bow right now, it's like pretty bad, right? Still using the crit bow. I mean, it's okay, but not like really good. Okay, so let's take a look at the passive tree, what we're doing right now. So this side of the tree hasn't changed. We've still got all the nodes that we did before, and I finished pathing. I finally made the journey all the way down to Resolute Technique. And then after that, we go up this way into this attack damage. This area is just all pure attack damage, so very nice. And it's right next to the max resistances. So once I get actually cap my resistances, I'll be able to pick up some max fire res too. But yeah, this is like +2 cold, +2 fire, +2 lightning, and then another +1. So +3 to all res. I mean, what else are you going to spend your points on, right? It's pretty nice, I think. And like I mentioned before, we can actually come down to this rage part. But considering that now with these, you know, electrocution, we probably don't really get hit that much, I think, in maps once we, you know, as we continue to scale our damage and maybe even go into stuff like electrocution, build up, and all this kind of stuff, we'll probably just be stunning everything before it can even hit us. Maybe this, you know, rage when hit might not be all that good, but I'll test it out. Aside from that, after that, what I'm doing now is I'm going into the armor applies to fire damage taken from hits. I plan to wear full armor gear on this character and try to get a decent amount of armor. And if you're new to Path of Exile, this armor applies to fire damage taken from hits is extremely overpowered. Any kind of armor applies to elemental damage or chaos damage is really busted, because normally this happens after the damage gets reduced by resistances. So damage comes in, let's say, you know, and then it gets reduced by your resistances, and then your armor is going to reduce that damage again a second time. So extremely busted, and hopefully they haven't really changed how this mechanic works. I'm assuming it's going to be the same. Okay, so that's pretty nice, right? And after this, I'm not really sure what we'll be doing from here, but I would like to get some more regeneration and then work into some more armor, getting some more armor increases. And there was something I wanted to test out with the leech, or not the leech, the recoup. And then I think as for damage wise, we're pretty much set, and then maybe we'll go into some ailment chance if needed. But aside from that, we'll be getting maybe the rage stuff and then getting some more, regen, and then pretty much just focusing on defense from now. And maybe even pick up the one life node that's on the passive tree. Oh man, 3% max life, guys. So that's sort of the plan for now. I'll have the build planner updated, and pretty much what we're gonna do from now is just go map, right? Just do maps, get gear, actually get resistances, get some armor, and then finish our ascendancy. As for ascendancies, I think for now on the third one, I'm gonna go for decimating strike. Reason is because I do want to go into the sorcery ward, but in order to go sorcery ward, we're going to need a lot of good gear. I do have a plan for this setup. It's going to be extremely tanky, guys. If everything works out as planned, this character is probably going to be one of the tankier builds in the game. Alright, so I kind of forgot to go over the skills, so we'll do the skills now. Basically what we're doing is, let's ignore crossbow shot. So galvanic shards, what we're doing is we're doing martial tempo, primal armament. These haven't changed, and then now I'm swapping out to elemental focus, mainly because I'm not shocking consistently enough to rely on shock for the damage. Like, not everything is always shocked, and rather than invest in shock chance, I decided just to go for elemental focus because this is 25% more elemental damage, and it's always up, right? Rather than shock, every now and then you get 20%. So that's that. We still can shock with our high velocity rounds. And for this setup here, these two haven't changed here. Scattershot, double barrel, and then I'm using lightning infusion on the high velocity. So it actually gains more lightning damage. You can see it's like 200 to 1800. Without it, it's actually quite a lot less. Adding a lot more lightning damage is going to allow us to shock a lot more consistently, as well as apply more electrocute. For the curse setup right now, I've added in focus curse, so it activates faster, so it's easier to hit your targets. And then there's a new buff we're using right now, emergency reload. So what this allows you to do is instantly reload your weapon, and the bolts you reload with this skill are going to do 25% more damage, and then another 15% more damage. So huge damage burst that you can use to like burst down some rares and that kind of stuff. I'm usually using it with high velocity rounds, even though I only have 2 rounds. But I mean, for those 2 rounds, like, they each shoot out 3 projectiles, so it's like 6 rounds. They end up doing quite a lot of damage, and it's usually enough for like one magazine, and then you push this button when you're out, and then so you get another magazine. So those 2, it's usually enough to burst down most rare monsters. Okay, so now that we can't shock with our clear skill, Herald Thunder is kind of pointless to use, right? So stop using it. Although I could actually just activate it, might as well, right? Because I do have a lot of extra spirit, but it's not really doing that much, right? And then we have Herald of Ash. So I put Herald of Ash on as the main aura right now. I might try something else out. There's some other ones I'm kind of interested in, but for now, just keeping this set up. Right, so that is the skills, and let's go into a map. Alright, so make sure you guys, you take a look at these monsters, and they're going to be electrocuted, like this guy. That's when they're electrocuted. They're kind of like this, like dancing, right? And most white mobs, within 1 to 2 hits, they're all going to be just like frozen, right? Or stunned, pretty much. So this really ups your survivability as a ranged class, because you're shooting everything from range. They're all getting stunned pretty much before they can kill you. And oh, we have temp chains on this map. That's not fun. Okay, so our DPS might be quite a bit lower than what it should be because of the temp chains, but yeah, the electrocute is insane layer of defense, pretty much. It's like, freeze in PoE 1. People are saying like freeze is like the best defense, right? Well, this is kind of like that, because with the coverage we have with all like the chains and everything, almost everything is just going to get stunned. Alright, so you see clear actually pretty good, with these explosions are really carrying our clear at the moment. Holy shit. Man, I really don't like these guys that push you around. But you see, everything's just stunned, right? So pretty chill, you know, as long as you're just kind of like shooting everything. Is this a rare mob? Yeah. So for rare mobs, what we're doing is I'm putting the curse down and then we're just shooting. And then we go reload and a couple of rounds and they're dead. So pretty easy, and that's pretty much how we kill the rares right now is we kind of electrocute them, and then we curse them, and then we swap over to our high velocity, and then we're just kind of bursting them down with this, or with, you know, when we have reload up, we use that. Oh, crossbow, we get anything good? Nope. Wait, why is there levers in the map? Oh, temp change is only 7%, okay. Thought it'd be a lot more. Man, hopefully this map isn't like some big, like, puzzle kind of map. I don't even know if those kind of maps exist, but... So... Okay, so like, this guy is actually tanky too, so what we can do is we can just swap over to our high velocity and then burst him down pretty quickly. So that's pretty much how we are going to be playing now, is mostly just using galvanic shards for clear, and then when there is like a tanky mob, we'll just swap over to the high velocity and then just burst them down. As for bossing, I don't know, for big targets, I'm still using galvanic shards and it still seems to be doing almost the same amount of damage, if not more, than the high velocity. But sometimes it isn't, so I guess it just has... Holy shit, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, I guess it has to do with the mob type, right? Some monsters are more resistant to lightning damage or fizz damage or that kind of stuff too, so maybe that has something to do with it. Might have to get a little bit more penetration. But yeah, we'll see. So far, yeah, it is actually working out pretty good. Alright, now they're all stunned, so it's pretty easy to kill. And see, the rare monster pretty much just got like bursted down most of his HP by the explosions. So that's why I like the explosions are so OP, because most rare mobs come in a pack of white mobs, and you blow up the white mobs, and then all the rare, what do you call it? Rare mobs usually just die just from that. Oh god, we're so slow. Wait, don't tell me this is a boss map. That would kind of suck. I haven't done a boss in the maps yet. Oh man, these gloves are so good. Yeah, I definitely recommend you guys get these. The, like, stun that you get on them is pretty insane. Especially in, like, at least right now, right? I think maybe later on it might be harder to electrocute enemies, but at the same time, once we get to that point, we probably are going to be having more damage, so it should work out pretty good. But yeah, amazing pair of gloves, 10 out of 10 recommend. The downside of less attack speed is you don't really notice it that much. So this is a rare guy, so let's put the curse down. Let's blast him down. He's stunned right now, so let's reload and then kill him off. Alright, pretty easy. Make sure there's no like on death effects, right? Because there is quite a lot of those in this game. You know what? I think maybe we just get like a lot of intelligence and then we run the blink reservation. It's like, what other aura are you gonna use? There's like no good auras, right? So might as well just run blink, right? And have tons of mobility at the same time with like stunning everything and then having the instant blink. I think that might even just be the play, right? Because we just reserve blink and then maybe one herald, or I don't know. There is that one aura that is like 50% more damage for cold fire or lightning, and like the buff rotates. I was thinking of using that, but it's not really consistent, so I don't know. Okay, so I think we killed everything. Okay, so there's a rare monster here. Let's try to group him up and then blow him up with the other mobs, but it didn't really work out. So let's curse him. Let's get some stun on him. There we go. Now he's stunned. Reload. And he is dead. Yeah. Wait, there's another rare mob here. Wow, this auto aim. Okay, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Hopefully we can kill him. Wait a minute. Why isn't he even taking damage? Do we have to be like right on top of... What is this? Oh, we have to be close enough to him? Okay. How do you like being stunned, Mr. Rare? Alright, piece of cake. Alright, so that's the map, guys. Kind of what it looks like. Took a long time, but yeah, I think so far the build is performing very good considering the like terrible state of the gear. The explosions, amazing for mapping, just as I thought, and it's work. You know, they're gonna carry you, right? These explosions. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I think we'll end the video here. We'll probably do another update once I do actually have better gear. But as for now, I think we'll kind of yeah, focus on getting better gear and that kind of stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.